without a shadow of a doubt that you're created on purpose for a purpose. Mindset and money revolution. You have to have a mindset revolution to experience a money revolution. That's when you experience a true wealth revolution.
My name is Chad Free. Welcome to the Wealth Revolution Podcast.
Welcome to the Wealth Revolution Podcast. My name is Chad Free, and I'm a wealth strategist, and I believe that true wealth is an abundance of everything that you value. And I'm excited to do this podcast today because it's going to be kind of serious, because a lot of people, they ask, what is the wealth revolution? They want to know. You know, they see me interviewing people, they see and hear me talk about things that I'm very passionate about, that I'm very convicted about. And so today I want to tell you exactly what this mission is, because it truly is. It's a mission. And it's a calling that I feel has been placed on my life. That's what I want to share with you today. So I'm going to start out and I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. And then I'm going to ease into what the mission of the Wealth Revolution is. So again, my name's Chad Free. I am a two-time book author. I wrote a book in 2017 called Wake Up Your Retirement. And the most recent one is Mindset and Money Revolution. And I would say that I put blood, sweat, and tears in this, like literally. It took me almost 2 years to write this book, but it's very raw, it's very real, and it truly is my authentic self. And it's kind of a story about how I literally had to have a mindset revolution to then be ready for a money revolution. And so in doing that, you would think that that's if I could have a mindset revolution, I could think like the wealthy and all of that, then I can have a money revolution and I can use the money moves that I actually do, that I actually teach, that I actually put together these models for people, then I'm going to be fine. Well, that's not the case, because the most important thing is what I call the wealth revolution. And that's an abundance of everything that you value. And that's the part that's built from the inside out. So with that being said, I want to kind of go over with you exactly what the wealth revolution is. And that way you can help me and get behind me, because this will be a movement. I'm actually taking my business and we're scaling it across the country. We already have some partners in various places in the country, but I'm looking to bring on more. They've got to be aligned with the mission. I've got a certification process that they'll be going through. So we'll have a uniform approach to wealth building, but understanding that it's not all about chasing wealth. It's about pursuing who you were created to be. So without further ado, let's go into this. First of all, I want to say that your assignment is uniquely yours. And so the question is not, are you ready to discover it? Here's the deal. It's, are you ready to say yes before you even know what it is? You see, it's already inside of you. It's already inside of you. And we just are so busy that we never stop and think about, why am I here? Why am I here? True wealth isn't about just building riches. It's about building a life that aligns with who you were created to be. Now, I want you to understand this, because this is the hard part. This is the part that you're going to have to open your mind, because your mind's like a parachute. You've heard me say that before. It works best when it's open. Since we've been born, we have all had assignments shoved down our throats. Yes or yes. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay bills, save for a future that we don't even know we'll be able to enjoy. Here's what happens. We end up giving our job the best of us, and we come home to our families and give them the rest of us. It's a narrative that tells us that our identity is tied to how much we achieve, how much our net worth is, how much we own. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the truth. That's not the truth. And listen, we can be doing this all the time and we have blinders on because it's for the benefit of our family, because we love our family. We want to take care of our family. We want the best for our family. And it's real sneaky. It's real sneaky. It's so invisible that it keeps so many of us locked into cycles of survival on the hamster wheel. It keeps us focused on getting to that next level. It tells us to chase money and possessions and status while ignoring the most important part of ourselves, which is our divine purpose, our capacity to live out who God created us to be. So in this book of Mindset and Money Revolution, it begins with a mindset revolution. Change starts with a choice. Now I want you to get this. A choice to stop asking, is there more to life than this? I'm here to tell you that there is. And instead, you need to move with deep, unshakable belief that there is for your life. Myron Golden said that we are so focused on maintaining a physical state of diligence so that we can maintain a mental state of laziness. That's what society has done to us. As long as we're doing and we're on that hamster wheel, just keep going, keep going. But what happens is we end up being a human doing, and we're not the human being. Tim Story is a mentor of mine, and that's one of his things that kind of just tells us, look, let's stop just for a minute and be. We got to be. So when you shift your focus to what the world says that you should do, to what God has uniquely called you to do, everything changes. Now listen, you may not know what God's called you to do right off, but remember the very first question. It's not about, are you ready to discover it? It's about starting with yes. Just saying yes before you even know what it is. And when you do that, the noise fades. The fear will start going away because your alignment starts revealing your assignment, and you can begin to live with inner peace and purpose. Listen, this is a kind of abundance that the world cannot give you. And on the same token, it cannot take it away. It cannot take it away. You see, when you pursue your purpose and who God created you to be, and you embody that and you start walking that out, you actually start attracting people to you. And you inspire other people to do the same thing. And that's a true ripple effect. That's how we change the world with the true wealth revolution. The true wealth revolution, let me add, is literally divorcing your relationship with money, where it's a source that's dictating what you do and who you do it with and when you do it, to becoming a resource that fuels your calling or is used to influence or to make an impact. A lot of people want me to talk about money all the time. Yes, I have worked with some very high-level folks. I've put together money models and financial models for very ultra-wealthy people. And so I understand what these financial titans are doing. But you're not ready for that. You're not ready for that until you have a mindset revolution, because it's not sustainable. When you align your finances with who God created you to be, that's when everything changes. And it changes in a dramatic way. The deepest desire in your heart, let's just think about it, is not money or a big house or things. What about the person that just lost their house? What about the person who lost a loved one? The deepest desire in your heart is peace and knowing that you are living who God created you to be. So what you truly desire is peace, and that inner peace with purpose, that kind only comes from aligning your life with who God created you to be. The good news is that that's true wealth, and it's truly an abundance of everything you value, and it starts within you. That's why I say it's built from the inside out. See, if you can imagine an iceberg, everybody just sees the top of that iceberg, the very tip of it. But if you really think about what an iceberg really is, it's massive underneath. And I'm here to tell you that purpose and potential and being present with your family, and stop chasing and start attracting because you're your authentic self and you're present and you're profiting, and that leads to peace. That's true wealth. And 80% of that is inside of you. So we really need to stop looking outside for that peace and start reconnecting with what's already in there, inside of us. Once we have the mindset revolution, you'll be ready then, like I said, for a money revolution. That's why it's written in that order. And I can share with you the money moves of the wealthy, mainly that allow you to take control of your finances. And when you literally make that choice to take control of your finances and you be in the know on what your money's doing for you, then you'll start seeing it. It becomes more clear. And then you can start walking it out in confidence. But it all starts with making a choice. You have to think. You have to stop to think, hey, is there a better way? And I'm here to tell you, yes, there is. I'm here to tell you that there's a way that you can spin the tables and stop paying interest and start earning interest. And what I mean by that is you can actually turn your debt into wealth through certain strategies that's not being marketed to the masses because it's not Main Street planning. You see, normal planners, they focus on net worth. Now understand, let's break that down. What is net worth? That's your assets minus your liabilities. And they put all their focus in growing your assets. Well, what if we grow your assets, but we take a proactive approach to minimize your liabilities using money moves that people don't know about, but that are legal? That's what we do. And then you're no longer on the hamster wheel. You see, a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between wealthy people and everybody else? And I can tell you that wealthy people, when they approach me, they say, Chad, don't lose my money. Do not lose my money. And then Warren Buffett says the number one rule to investing is to not lose money. The number two rule is to not forget the number one rule. So here's the deal. All right. I'm opening up the little playbook just a little bit. I'm pulling back the curtain a bit. Okay. So wealthy people, they put the assets on the hamster wheel. Their money is working for them. They're not working for money. They're not trading time for money. They are actually working for freedom and making an impact. And let me just tell you this. While we're on this hamster wheel and we continue to run on this hamster wheel and we allow somebody else to tell us when we can get off the hamster wheel, are we not the assets for the financial institution? Because we continue on that hamster wheel creating reoccurring fees every single solitary year for the industry. Ooh. Now, why don't we hear about that? Because the strategies that we use and put together as a foundation takes money off of the platform of assets under management. So you have control of them. You no longer have to be addicted to hopium that the financial industry continues to feed you. You take back control. And finally, here's the deal. You just have to wake up. In these times, in these days, you have to understand that nobody's going to save you. We see that with our government. We see that with society. We have to take care of us. We actually have to put the oxygen mask on us first before we start taking care of everybody else. You know, some of us, our heart wants to take care of our family and all that, but the only way we can truly take care of them is if we take care of ourselves first. So we can't avoid our finances like the plague. But I'm here to tell you that just because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you have to have a mindset of scarcity. And society has kind of labeled that to be the case. So again, the wealth revolution is truly an abundance of everything that you value. And it's really time to wake up and realize that you are created on purpose for a purpose. And it's time for you to step into it, align with it, and you will see that that's when everything starts changing. That's when it all starts changing. So that is the mission of the wealth revolution. And I've got this vision that, we're about to experience and already started to experience the greatest transfer of wealth in history. And you wonder why financial literacy is not taught in schools? Maybe it's because of the assignment that keeps getting shoved down our throats. And we have to say enough is enough. We're not going to be a human doing. We are a human being. We're not going to continue to live by default, but we need to start living by design. And that's the challenge. And I just want to say, if you are aligned with that message and you want to be a part of that journey, then hey, I want to talk to you. I need partners. You see, I want to talk about the message. I want to be here to support. I want to coach. I want to mentor. I can't do this by myself. So that's where I'm asking you. I'm asking you, if this is something that you can get behind, then definitely get in touch with me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. All right, that's it for today. I hope now you know what the wealth revolution is. There's no question marks now. Some of you might still have question marks. I might get a text. What did you mean by this? What did you mean by that? And I'm happy to have a conversation with you. But again, true wealth is an abundance of everything that you value. And it's time to start living with purpose because you were created on purpose for a purpose. That's it. God bless you. Take care.